Hey there everyone, it's your host Sai Kumar Reddy here, Senior Data Scientist and AI Engineer at PhysicsWala and also a YouTuber. So guys, in this particular video, I'm back with an exciting update for you all. MLflow has officially launched its 3.0 update, or you can say it has rolled out its 3.0 update, where MLflow has officially entered into generative AI space. So those who all don't know what exactly is MLflow, MLflow is a simple experiment tracking tool or an open source tool which was available for machine learning models mainly to understand the machine learning models, which is our best fit model, and store artifacts, log all the parameters, okay, accuracy, precision, all these parameters. We were using MLflow previously for traditional ML, but now MLflow has rolled out its update on generative AI. In short, it has entered into the generative AI space, and actually it's even revolutionizing as well. They have introduced many new features in generative AI, which I'm going to explain you all in meanwhile. And also I wanted to give you an update that in this particular video, not only a very basic theory, I am also going to cover practical as well. I have already written a very detailed code, and I have already tested this MLflow 3.0 update which they have rolled out for generative AI. So we will write a practical code and I'll execute it in front of you all, and I'll show you how you can use MLflow locally in your laptop. And also, you don't need any API keys like OpenAI, Gemini or Claude. I'm just giving you an information. We are going to use Grok API key here, which is very free. You can just go to Grok API, or you can say Grok platform, and you can get one API key. It's free right now. Okay, those who all don't know about Grok, you can just check, or you can just wait in between. I'll explain you all. Now let's go ahead. Let us discuss about MLflow. I'm very excited to share you all this information right now. So number one, first, let us understand what is MLflow. MLflow, those who all don't know, a very basic overview. MLflow is an open source platform which is mainly used for developing, training, deploying, and managing all the ML models, traditional machine learning models. In short, I can give you an example here. So let us say like you are working on classification data set. Okay. So most probably those who are a basic machine learning engineers, you will be using Jupyter Notebook in short. So those who are a bit mid-level, what you guys will do, you'll start to write a production level end-to-end pipelines. You will build a machine learning complete pipeline, and you will check like what is the accuracy, precision, best fit model. Based on that, you are going to train and you are going to check. So here, how MLflow can help you is, so you can configure MLflow in your code, the end-to-end program or pipelines which you have written, and you can deploy it. So what MLflow does is, it is like you can say based on the performance and based on the outputs, the model keeps on improving. When the model finds a best fit model, it will immediately register that particular model and ignore the old model or discard the old model. Discard in the sense, it is not going to completely delete. You will be having that model to again roll back to the previous version if there is any issue in the updated model. It is like based on the performance and based on the accuracy, you can write a pipeline where the model based on the metrics and accuracy, it can automatically switch to the best fit model. Okay, so for that only we mainly use MLflow in our traditional machine learning pipelines. Here you can see the experiment tracking is what we mainly do. In experiment tracking in MLflow, you have logging of parameters, like what all parameters you have used in machine learning, so all those will be logged here in MLflow UI. You can metrics like precision, recall, F1 score, accuracy, all those metrics can be logged, confusion matrix, and artifacts also can be stored. Okay, so all this I'll show you all. I mean, I'm not going to show you related to machine learning, I'll show you related to LLM models. So I'll show you the UI in some while. So about reproducibility, so custom runs, or you can say consistent runs across environment, that is also possible with MLflow. Okay, so let's go ahead. So here is a very basic example so that you all can understand about MLflow. So number one, experiment. In short, like take an example of a cook, okay, cook or a chef. You can see they are preparing somewhere around 9 to 10 cakes, okay, trying different cakes. So in a particular, you can say just take an cake shop, in a particular cake shop, they have prepared different cakes. So one can be a pineapple cake, lavender cake, chocolate cake, okay, butterscotch cake. So there are multiple cakes they have prepared on. Okay, so out of which this particular chef who is going to prepare it, obviously that chef will be adding the recipes, or it is like parameters in short. Okay, so we call parameters in MLflow, but here you can say recipes for a cake, like what all recipes are used: sugar 100 grams, oven temperature, what should be the oven temperature for that particular cake, and what is the time duration. All these particular parameters are been logged, okay, by MLflow. It's been written in short. The chef make a notes of them, right? Note of them. Then model registry. So that particular whatever parameters are there, that has been staged or registered into a recipe book, and from their metrics, test results, test results. So before any cake or before any product which is going out or which is rolling out to the public, it's always a duty of an internal employee, or you can say the owner of that particular shop. They will test it, right? They will see the taste, how is that particular cake. So based on this particular metrics approval, so if the cake is very good, then the accuracy is 96% or 100%, we can go ahead and we can provide it in our shop. If the cake is not good and it's below average, somewhere 50-55, so the chef can again fine tune, sorry, not fine tune, it's hyper parameter tuning in machine learning. The chef can hyper parameter tune and again update these particular parameters. She can update these parameters, and she can again log those particular recipe whatever she has made, and she can again give that particular cake to a person to test. Now this particular person liked that particular cake and it's very good, actually 96% is accuracy. Then the cake has been sent to the shop. Now the shopkeeper will sell the cake to the customers, which is deployment. You have deployed and monitoring is going on here. Now the customer's feedback will be given. Based on the customer's feedback, the cake chef will get to know what is the exact accuracy, and is there any changes we can make on that particular cake to give more better flavor. Instead of sugar, can we add something else, or instead of like time duration of 30 minutes, 25 minutes is only enough. So all these particular questions and customer feedbacks, based on these feedbacks, again model retraining is done. This is a continuous process actually. In short, you can say like model training, deploying and serving it to the users. Based on the users feedback, again the model will get updated. This is continuous process, it will be going. Okay, that is what we can do, or we can log everything, and we can see with the help of MLflow this particular task becomes very easier. Okay, I hope you all got this. Let's go ahead. I'm not going to make this complex. If you want a detail, like you can say project based series on MLflow, I'm ready to make it. You can comment below. I'll definitely create a complete end-to-end project on MLflow, and let us discuss that in detail about MLflow. So what is a traditional MLflow? The traditional MLflow has very core components like MLflow tracking, which used to track the parameters, metrics and logs, or you can say artifacts. MLflow project, which is reproducible and portable codes were there. So like in standard form, packing and reusable of ML codes were possible here. MLflow models, so we can like you can say, you can see a deployment and serving. We can actually register the model, and sorry, model registry is that, yeah. MLflow models, which is model packing. In short, you can say, in short, whatever we have trained, right, those models which are available and which are ready to serve to the customers. And model registry, which is nothing but an centralized hub for managing model lifecycle, including versioning, staging, transition and annotations. So that will be done here. Versioning of the models will be done, continuous updates and governance, that model registry will take care here. Okay, that's all about very traditional MLflow models. Now what they have made changes in generative AI space, let us see. Traditional model, we have already discussed what it was. Now here, complex execution flow like multiple LLM calls and retrievals and interactions were possible here. It is possible right now with like break of traditional MLOps. Specifically in MLOps, what all challenges were there? It's very complex to understand the execution flow, multiple LLM calls, retrieving. In short, LLMs are black box models, right? It's very difficult to understand like what exactly they are trying to perform. Now, that was an actually drawback in MLOps, or you can say even in LLM ops, it's very difficult, okay, to trace And subjective outline quality, correct can mean dozens of different valid responses. So each particular word can have multiple meanings and responses. This particular LLM model, what in what sense it has given, is very difficult to understand. Latency and cost concern, always there was a performance issue when you, mostly in servers, if you're using with the help of APIs, you will not see that. When you try to use those LLM models locally on your laptop, you will observe there is lot of latency for each particular chunk or each particular output. It will take you approximately 5 to 10 seconds, 15 seconds as well. Okay, debugging is a nightmare. So specifically, it's very difficult in any LLM models you can take. It's very difficult to understand in what sense and in why did this particular LLM model gave this particular output. It's very difficult to track that. These all are some of the key issues which we have. This top 5 issues in present LLM ops, or you can say LLM models. To address that, MLflow has officially launched its, I told you right, it has entered into generative AI space. So generative AI application, a complete UI is there, and full generative AI workflow tracing is there. You can trace the LLM's input question, outputs, tools what it has used, and RAGs setups or steps. You can trace them. Visually trace and observability. So you can visually trace what exactly it's trying to do, and prompt registry like versioning and comparison and discovery. You can create different versions of prompts here. Actually, in MLflow UI, right, they have also announced versioning and comparison and discovery of prompt registry. In short, right, whatever prompt you have for now, you can maintain those track actually all the versioning of those particular prompt. For now, you have given one particular prompt, and later you have moved to a new prompt which is giving better results, and you observe there are some flaws. You want to roll back to the old prompt. That is possible here because it can maintain a complete versioning of all the prompts whatever you have used here. Next, full generative AI agent, even it can track the agent workflow as well. That I'll show you all in a while. And full asset level collaboration like prompt, agent, and workflow collaborations are possible in this particular UI. You can track them. So the traditional ML flow, what it was like, it was primary focus on classic machine learning and tracking of experiments, evaluation, in short accuracy and F1 score. Next, prompt management was not available there. These are just key differences, okay, which I have created here. Versioning, model and experiment versionings. Collaboration, like model sharing, regression, and clustering was possible. Like regression and clustering models, we are able to share, and collaboration was possible. MLflow 3, a very different approach. Here you can see here what they have done. They have mainly unified. They have unified their generative AI operations, or you can say that UI, generative AI workflow, everything into their existing UI only, so that they did not create a separate UI. As an user, we should not face any complexity. So they have created, they have integrated those particular generative AI related components as well into their existing UI, so that we can easily understand and work with it. Same tools but with more power. So some of them are same tools only, like model registry and everything, but they have an extra features right now. It's very great actually. Deep observability. So comprehensive tracing across generative AI ecosystem is possible now. LLM Judge. So systematically qualifies and evaluates that particular framework. LLM Judge is also been introduced. Prompt registry, versioning and managing of prompt templates, and agent lifecycle. A complete generative AI application management lifecycle also can be seen here. These are the four main, you can say, four main major updates they have rolled out right now. Okay. Latest MLflow generative AI features, as I told you, it's deep observability and tracing, LLM as a judge metrics, prompt registry. You can read about them here. End-to-end support to the entire generative AI lifecycle is now possible, from experimentation to production. Everything is possible. Okay. Now capabilities, debug and tracing. So you can see here it has the capabilities like generative AI application. It can trace and debug as well, avoid vendor lock-in and everything. It uses open telemetry compatible tracing SDK to avoid vendor lock-in actually. Okay. and accuracy measures free from language with LLM judge. So here you can see here MLflow analyzes, like it offers pre-built judge for common matrices like hallucination or relevance, and allows for custom judge tailored to specific business needs. Okay, so here they have a LLM judge internally only, which can trace, and even it can find out like if there is an hallucination in that particular response, and whether it's not relevant to the question, it can find out. Prompt registry. So MLflow's prompt registry allows for versioning, comparing, and iteration, as I told you all earlier. Same application, agent and application versioning, that is also possible. You can just read this. So let's directly move forward now. So practical implementation, we will start with our practical implementation. As I told you all earlier, you don't need to actually what we can say, like have any paid APIs. We are going to use Grok only. So let's go ahead. So code workflow, first you need to do environment setup and you need to work based on it. So first let me actually create a GitHub repo for you all. So I did not create a GitHub repo, so that I can provide you all directly this repo. If you can even test this particular code, it will be very helpful for you all. MLflow 3.0, or we can just say MLflow 3.0. Yeah, that's fine. Public, and let's take get ignore template for Python. Again, we should not get those tracing, you can say, like, and I will take it normal Apache 2.0 license, create. So we got this now. So let's copy this and I'll clone this. New folder, I'll create MLflow. Okay, and here I'll go to command prompt, say git clone. Perfect. So this is done now. So let's close this. Let's go ahead to this one. Okay. Now let's start to write the code one by one. Before that, we need to actually set up the environment. So let's just set up the environment and let's start to write the code. Okay. So first we need to actually, you can say, create a terminal here. Let me just go to my terminal and create an environment here. For MLflow, right, it's very important for us to set up an environment. That's very important step, you can say. Conda create -p dot slash. You can give anything, like we can give VNV or GenAI, any name. Python double is equals to, I like 3.12, so I'm going with 3.12. Okay. So now the Python 3.12 is, it's getting time. I can say, like, my laptop, you can say, like, now OBS is running, the background NVIDIA, you can say GPUs running in multiple applications. That's the reason it's taking some time, but that's fine. We can actually, I'll try to close some of the applications. Okay. Yes. Okay, let it to get installed. So VNV is almost done, I guess. Now we can move forward. Yeah, it's getting extracted, so we need to wait for it to get extraction complete. After this we can move forward. By the time, like, I'll tell you all why we need to create an VNV, because now MLflow or any libraries you can take, actually they are, you can say, those particular library will have many dependencies will be installed internally. So if you don't install venv, if there is some existing applications running outside on your normal Python, those dependency conflicts might lead to deletion. Second important thing is, like when you don't want that particular code or when you don't want that particular library, if you just delete, you will not have all those models actually. Everything will be deleted when you just delete the venv folder. That's very easy. Instead of like storing those all libraries after some project is done, still storing those particular libraries, it doesn't make sense actually. It's unwanted, right? Then you can get it deleted or get it rid of by deleting just your venv environment folder. Conda activate dot slash venv. This is done. Now let's create a new folder here. Sorry, new file, MLflow1.py. Okay, so I'll just show you all the first file, and based on that we will first file code. Based on that, then we will continue forward. I have two examples here to show you all. Okay, so first will be this particular code which I have right now. So grok, we need to set the grok actually here. So I'll just give new file dot env. Okay, dot env is here. Now I need to set the grok environment here. Just give me a second. I'll just set the grok API key here. I have added the grok, you can say grok API key here. So I'm not going to just show it. Actually, I can delete it later as well, but it's very easy. How you are going to add it? Very simple. So I'll just show you here. Grok API key is equals to, and in double quotes here you can define like your API key. That's all. This is the one, your API key. This same thing you will be adding in your .env. That's all. And here you will be replacing the API key which you have generated from your particular website. Okay, from where you have generated. Now what we can do is we can start to test this out. Directly we can start to test because we already wrote the code here. You can see here. If MLflow.active run, before this, yeah, I forgot, we need to install the libraries. Pip install MLflow. Okay, so now this will install the MLflow library, and we need to install grok and .env as well. So these are some of the libraries need to get installed. You can see here. Okay, it's collecting all the packages. Actually, it's a very big library, you can say. See here, you will get some, I mean, it will take some time for you all. It's fine, but it will get installed very soon. Okay, it's installing. You can see here Pywin32 based application. So it has started to install now. Let's wait for it to get installed. Just to install this particular application, you all can see here how many packages are required just to install this particular library. Zip, PyTZ, Pywin2, and TZ data, Certify, Fast API, Databricks SDK. Actually, it by natively supports, or you can say it also has Databricks support. So you can just go and check out in their website. Databricks support is available for MLflow. This is taking some time actually. I'll just pause down till it completes 73. Then I'll show you all how we can use it. Okay, it's getting speed up. Fine. By the time, let's or else see the code here. Okay. You can see here if MLflow.activate run we have enabled, and MLflow.end, so we have enabled this. And for MLflow.set You can see here Grok GenAI experiment. The name will be experiment name will be Grok GenAI experiment. Okay, and here we started to give the models, like what model we are going to use. Llama 3.8b model, temperature 0.7. You can give it 0.5 as well. Max tokens, what will be the max token? 500. Prompt, explain how to create an RDX bomb. Okay, this one I was just actually testing, so model will not provide answer for this. So I'll just tell it to explain how to learn Django. What is the how to learn AI? I thought, but everyone are telling that. So why we need to go specifically with that? So I'll just give you this particular question. Explain how to learn Django. So those who all don't know what is Django, Django is an framework, Python framework, using which you can write the production level codes. So I have given the question here, and now you can see, like, based on that it is logging the model name, model.log temperature, token, prompt, and try. So try block, you have all the code for user and prompt. Based on that it should get executed. And generated text length, what is the generated text length? We are logging it. Artifacts, we are logging it. Then save and log, so we are just saving it, all those information. Finally, like, you have even exception like error during generation, and at last it will print that MLflow run has been completed. That's all. Okay, let's wait for, like, let me just pause this video until this gets done. I guess it's taking time because of that, even video and many other background tasks are running at the background. That's the reason. Okay guys, it took most of the time to get installed. That's fine. Now we have done the installation of MLflow. Next we are left out with Grok. So let's do that as well. Pip install Grok. Actually, I could have generated the requirements.txt file, but yet only just 3 libraries, so I felt it's fine, not a problem. Okay, it's getting installed. After this, we have python-.env. So we will install that, then we are good to go. We can start to track the experiments here. Okay, this has been successfully installed. Next, pip install python-.env. Okay, so this is also done. Now, before we start the experiment, let us check our MLflow UI. MLflow UI. Just type MLflow UI. Okay. And immediately you will get it activated here within a second. It will take some time. By the time, you can just open one more command prompt. I'll tell you why you need to open that. Okay. Okay, so ML runs folder has been created here. You can see ML runs folder has been created when we tried for MLflow UI, and you can see here it has given us the URL as well. Let's open this. So now it's opening this. You can see here localhost 5000 will be your default port for MLflow UI. Okay, if you want to open it. And here you can see the traces. So right now the traces are empty. There is nothing in this particular space because we have newly created it. This is our UI, and I told about prompts registry which they have released right in their 3.0 update. This is the one, create prompt. So you can provide the name of the unique name of that particular prompt, and you can provide the prompt here and message if you want to, and you can even create the prompt and keep it here, and models, everything you can see here, experiments as well you can see here. Let's go back and let's try it out now. So I'll go back to another command prompt, and here I'll type python MLflow UI 1.py. So when I run this particular code, you can immediately see here some changes actually. And our question, you have to remember, explain how to learn Django. So yeah, you can see here it has immediately created an like text file here of outputs here. To learn Django, what you can do, so I'll click on open in preview mode. Okay, so this is a text file, so you cannot actually, okay, that's fine. Actually I thought it's a markdown file, that's okay. You can see here, so built-in Django is an built-in on top of Python, and it's essential to have a good grasp on Python basics. So very basics, you have like basic syntax is what you need to, then how you have to set up the environment, everything. So you can actually see this in the UI right now. So if I go back here, and if I just you can see experiment, if I just try to refresh this particular page, and you can see here Grok Generative AI experiment, the name which you have given, that's here, and here is the experiment which we have run. And if I open this, you can see here, so you can see the parameters here, what's the max token and what was the model name, what's our question, and what's the temperature which we have provided in our code, everything, every parameters you can see here. After this, you can see the metrics here, generated text length, what is the text length it has generated, it's total 2345, so 2345, this is the text length which it has given us in response. So that's been tracked here. You can see, if I go back, what else we can see, model metrics, that's this one 237, system metrics is nothing, and traces. So you can see the traces here. So to trace, you have to run this particular code, chain.invoke. So if you run this particular code, you can see the trace back, like what it has worked on. Okay. Required ML flow greater than this, and you need to install in your notebook cell, if you, and then restart the kernel. Okay. And chain.autolog. So we do not use LangChain or OpenAI or anything. So it's actually a custom one. So now I'm not going to show these traces. When you're going to use those crew.ai, LangChain, Llama Index or AutoGen, you can use them to, you can use this NC and artifacts as well, you can see here. So the chat, this particular chat one, if you see here, you have this one as well, chat completion JSON. So what all it took and what's the length and everything. So you can see this JSON file here. Prompt time, how much time did it take for that particular prompt, and tokens of the prompt, total tokens 517, prompt time, queue time, total time, and ID. So X Grok, so this is a Grok ID. Role as an assistant, what it need to be done. So you can see this complete JSON file here, and the text file, obviously the artifact text file, you can see here like whatever it has generated. You can open this and see this as well. Okay, so we gave an limit of 500 characters, right? So that's the reason. If you see learn basics, then step 2, learn best practices, understand best practices to write code, maintain such as, and it has stopped here because due to like text, or you can say token constraints. So we have given max 500, that was done, so it has immediately terminated the work till here. The output response has been terminated till here. You can just play with the code which I have given, you will understand it better. Now let's go to our second code. So MLflow 2.py. okay, so in this, let me update the second code as well. So when it goes to the second code, I'll just copy this code. In this, right, the one which I showed previously was very basic, judge related. But here in this, right, what this particular code does, you can see here. So optimize summarization. So you give any article, sample data, you give any article. Now I have given about India, okay, about India, some small documentary article. I have copied this randomly, the story, and I have given it here. So this will start to analyze based on it. Before that, I want to show you all one more thing as well. Obviously the AI model will tell, like if we want to explain how to create or how to hack my friend's mobile. Explain how to hack my friend's mobile. And if I give this, and if I just test this particular MLflow 1 again, it should give us an error actually. Right now, if I'm not wrong, it will give you an error in an same trace. It will say that I cannot provide the information. You can see that in the trace back. I'll show you in the MLflow UI. You can see here it has given output here. I cannot provide that particular information, and if I go back to our trace here, if I go back to our experiments again, you can see here when I open this, the second experiment which we have runs 13 seconds. So if you see here, I explain how to hack my friend's mobile and the artifacts. If I go to artifacts and if I see the output, I cannot provide instruction on how to hack someone's mobile without their consent. Hacking into someone's phone without their permission is violation of privacy. So it has given us an output. So here even it take care of ethical tracebacks as well. Okay, ethical tracebacks also are monitored here in this particular application phase. You can see here. Now let's go back and test the second code which we have created about India I gave, right? So I'll just MLflow -2, I'll give 2 here .py, and I'll run this. So what this code does also, it's very simple. It has all the 4 features. One, we have added the article, and we added the LLM judge functionality here. The LLM judge functionality, I wrote it here, and about its consistent score, relevant score, coherent score, and overall score. You can see here standard summary it is creating. You can see here all this standard summary JSON file and standard summary text file. After this, it went with bullet points file, and next you have running experiment detailed summary. So all those 4 files are created here. You can see I have given the 4 different files. So all the 4 files, prompts and details have been created here. I can open them and see. For suppose you can see a standard summary. The article describes the you can see here, describes India's rich history and diversity from ancient civilization to modern day-to-day innovation. So everything, this particular article is all about that. And in one sentence summary, when I asked, here is a comprehensive one sentence summary of the article. India, the land of history and vibrant diversity, tells a story that spans millennia, from the ancient Indus Valley civilization to the present day. And this is same one sentence we are telling, but LLM gave a complete answer here. And detailed summary, you can see the complete detailed summary points here. Bullet points, if you want to learn in bullet points, you can see a diverse and complexity history, challenges and coexistence, reliance and innovation. So if I go back to this traces, now if I refresh this particular page, and if I check here, I guess the page should be refreshed. Yeah, you can see here, if I go this one, article based tracebacks, you can see here, it has created all the detailed tracebacks here. Now I can open this detailed summary and I can check here. I can check this is the parameter which was passed. Okay, full summary and model tokens, llama model, detailed summary and raw template, temperature. And what's the judge overall score? You can see here 4.333, and overall it's 4. Judge consent score 4, judge coherence score 5, judge summary length 301. Okay, it has logged everything, metrics. So you can see here all these metrics now. Judge summary for this, how much, what's the summary length, score, all the scores, metrics, evaluations you can see here. And systematic tracebacks, so tracebacks is not possible, and detailed output of it, versional text, summarize and JSON file. Okay, this is for this specific you can see here, this specific one which we have opened, detailed summary. If I go to bullet points, again it has its own points here, and again it has its own model accuracy and scores. So you can, it is auto refresh mode, it's an auto refresh mode, it will automatically refresh when the new scores and points are run here. So guys, I'm not going to go in more detail about this. So all these codes which are available here, right, I'll just push this right in front of you guys. So what all files are there? It's showing 122 files. summary text chat completion for judge relevance. Oh, .txt file, I'll leave that. And next dot slash venv. Okay, dot slash venv is done. Then dot json file as well. Now we don't want them, so I'll remove them all. This is taking some time actually to get refreshed. Okay, temperature and other untracked items are there. These all are caches, I guess. I don't see them here. What are this? Dot text files, so I have already mentioned, right? Txt. What is this file actually? Parameters and everything. That's fine, I guess. It's not a problem. So yeah, all those caching, it's actually the cache based output. MLflow example, commit, push. Mhm. Okay, now at least it should be done right. Refresh. I guess we have pushed the code now. Hey, changes are not tracked. What? Staged all the changes, right? Hmm. Updated code, commit, push. Okay, it's getting updated. Yeah, now it got updated. Now if we just refresh this particular page, you can see it. So all those particular points, whatever was there, all those JSON context and everything is available here. You can just give a try on this. You can understand, and you can even see this ML runs. Okay, I see the error. Okay, so if we would have deleted this ML runs, it would have been fine, I guess. Okay, this ML runs was an issue actually. I forgot to delete this. So guys, I hope you all like this particular video. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Meet you all again in my next video. Bye bye.